What's going on, everyone? Just want to jump on today. It's Sunday, and it's the moments that I usually Sunday morning where I sit down and reflect. Sometimes we kind of get caught up in the pursuit of a certain goal and your business and your family and obviously life. But it's always good, I think, to stop and slow yourself down. And I use Sunday mornings to kind of gauge myself of where I'm at, how far I've come, and where we're going. And I believe we all should do the same. It kind of gives you more gratefulness, kind of a purpose to what you're doing and why you're doing it, and also, why you're being called to do this. Because I believe it's a calling inside of all of us. Kind of today I'm just reminiscing about my friends and all the good friends that I've had. Some that I still have, some that I've either passed away or ties broke off, but kind of how interesting my childhood was, and how although it was tough, it was also a lot of positives we can take away. And I think we all have those type of events in our life as well. But as I was sitting down, I was looking forward and looking to the future of my dreams and the future and the visions for what I have for myself and the company, and it was scaring me, and this big fear came over me, and even my heart started racing, and kind of the fears that I have, which have been holding me back, and the growth of the company. And I think we all have that. Like, it's so strong. So strong that we scare ourselves, the visions that we have. And I believe that it's something that we might shy away from, and kind of like, okay, you start doubting yourself, like, this is not for me, and I don't deserve this, and all these type of thoughts come into your head. And for the last couple of weeks that I've been really understanding what I'm capable of, it's just a fear that you have that I feel like you have to lean into. So a lot of books out there that say lean into your fear, feel the fear, and do it anyway. And I understand where it's coming from. It's like a lot of the times that's what you need to get to that next level, and what's gonna actually give you the life that you feel like you're meant to live. If you start shying away from the fear, or you start backing away, you're not really gonna get to that next side of yourself, which you have already inside of you, but you have to really make your own breakthrough. And I think we all have that. I think we all have fear, but it was interesting how I felt fear and there was nothing happening. It was just all in my head, but I had the heart racing, and it was scary. It's like a scary dream inside my head. And it's funny because it's supposed to be a vision of positivity and growth and greatness, but my old self of my old version of myself is kind of scared of the person I'm gonna become, and kind of the person I'm meant to be, because it's not comfortable. It's not. I guess it's not comfortable, and it's something different, something new, and it's something unknown. Which I feel like that's part of life. We have to embrace the unknown, and most of the things that we remember and that are very, life changing for us are most of the experiences are unplanned. It just happened and turned out to be one of the greatest experiences in your life, and you kind of remember that for the rest of your life. You carry that with you. So that was a thought I had, and I thought that was pretty interesting, that as I'm doing more self-awareness and more intuition, leading motivations of myself, you kind of stop yourself and think, hold up, why am I scared? Why am I scared to become this person that I'm meant to be? And I think that that's something that we have to all battle. And even the greats, the visionaries and the visionaries, all the great entrepreneurs, you always hear them saying that you are your own worst enemy. And I believe that now, because I feel like there's nobody holding you back, nobody really taking anything away from you. It's just all in your head, right? And it's up to you whether you want to go and pursue it and do it anyway, or shy away from it and just live your life the way you think you should be living. But if you still have that hunch and that feeling that you're meant to do other, great stuff, impact more people, uh, encourage more people, uplift, right? Teach other people if you have to how to get out of that rut, because it's all of us in our heads. And the bigger the more I grow and the more research I do, the base of it all, the core, is the mind. And that's something that I don't think we got taught in school. I wish we would have had like some more education on that. That the dreams you have and the life that you feel like you should be living is something that you control with your mind, and use a constant battle with yourself. And the more battles you can win with yourself, the more progress you're gonna move forward, and more steps closer to where you feel like it's your calling. Um, we kind of get lost with society and the conditioning that they tell us that we're not good enough, and that we need this and we need that, and we need all these outside sources. But most of the time, it's all within ourselves. And the more I realize this, the more I'm able to create, the more results I'm getting. Even though I'm not focused on the results, I'm getting a lot more positive results, massive growth. Mentally is just the muscles of being overworked, as they say. And it's something that I think we should all practice. And just sitting, I think for me, it's the more awareness I get, self-awareness, the more easier it is for me to, like, when the thought pops up, I can kind of catch it and be like, okay, there you are, embrace it and move forward. But unless you get aware of what you're thinking, your thoughts, you're not really gonna understand that it's just a thought. So all these thoughts we have, especially if they're not improving us, are just thoughts. And for me, I accept them, I value them, and then I just let them go. And we have to embrace them, because I think if you don't embrace them, they're gonna keep on popping up. Just embrace them and understand. Yeah, we have our fears, we have our doubts, but I know where I'm going. I want to go that way. So, if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. But at least I know I'm going towards what my body is calling me towards right? So, I think on this Sunday morning, I think we should all just sit down, sit in silence, regulate the mind, be grateful for everything you have already, because we already have what we already need. But understand that you want to, grow, and growth is part of life and everything. Everything in life grows, and everything has its ups and downs. But the more aware you can become of that, the more you can accept the good with the bad, right? And sometimes we look at a lot of our past as negatives, but sometimes it was what we needed to push us forward. And sometimes we look at the good things as positive, and sometimes it was the thing that was keeping us content and not letting us live our lives to the max. So we got to be careful what we label, and I think there's no good or bad thing. I think everything has its purpose, and solve us from being depressed or hating ourselves for situations in lives. I think it's something that we have our own path, and let's make the best of it. And so I just want to jump on here and tell you guys, we are our own worst enemy. And if your visions are not scaring you, in a good way, then they're not big enough. And if they are, then that's where you gotta keep on heading towards. You gotta push them in harder, and that's where you want to go. The more they scare you, the visions that you have for yourself, that's exactly where you want to go. And I think if we all lived our lives this way, there'll be so much more people content and happy with where they're going. Because if they scare you, your visions of yourself, I think that is where you have to focus all your energy and all your creativity skills towards it to get there. So You guys have a good Sunday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys.